Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Bellevue University Esports night. Tonight, for you guys, we have a treat. We have Bellevue University Super Smash Bros. Ultimate versus Doane University. Right now, they are just doing a little bit of lag test, seeing if everything is good to go, button checking, but we will be here starting shortly with the first match, which will be Shiro versus a player from Doane University that is actually playing Inkling. So it's going to be a pretty good match, so please don't miss it. You have a small little chance right now to go to the restroom, get some popcorn going, maybe get some Sour Patch Kids or something yummy. But the bands have started, and then we will get some visuals. All right, we did see some picks and bans come out. Looks like the final destination. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you. We're going to hop into this match here. I'm just waiting for them to hop in the ring and get this match started. And here we go. It is match time, ladies and gentlemen. Small battlefields. I do have the names up top swapped around, so I'll fix that after this match as to not disturb you guys. But we do have Shiro on the left side for Bellevue University, and then on the right side we have Inkling for Doane University. So we are going to see both players start off strong here in this neutral game, getting that damage, but Doane University is going to take a slight damage advantage, but that is going to be temporary as Shiri is continuing to look for an opening here. 57% to 62%. Did we see some good grabs there? Tries to read that fall, but does not get it. Slow down the side of Shiri. Trying to guess the escape, does not get it. Shiri has to play this a little bit slower. Looks for those aerials, gets the up tilt into the up air, will not get anything else. Doane will opt to recharge, get a little bit more of that paint in him, cracks that shield. Shiri from behind, great grab. Shiri is going to be able to get that first stop. Great job on the side of Bellevue University, but at 128%, Shiri definitely has okay, there it is. Exactly. I didn't want to say it too early, but commentators curse. Shiri will get caught there by that paintbrush, and then there's going to be enough time for Doane to pick up that first stock. So now both players playing that neutral game, trying to find something. I think we are seeing some lag, though. Might have to leave. Not again. Everybody is connected to Ethernet, but we all know that Nintendo Online is not the best, and we are seeing some hardcore lag, I think. Not too far off yet. And here's the thing, chat. We've had plenty of weeks where we were able to stream. Today, I even last week I used an Ethernet adapter, so I was like, okay, this week let me make sure that we have a dock with an Ethernet established in it, and there's gonna be no issues. But today we have the dock with the Ethernet port, and we're still seeing some lag. So not saying it's us, you know, it could be either player, but once again, when it comes to figuring out lag, it is always going to be the streamer first to leave. So what's going to happen is probably after this game, we will go ahead and we will step out of the ring. We will allow them to play the match without us, and we will try to lag test, and we will see if that helps. But right now, Shiri is up one stock, 36% on the side of Doane University. %144% on Shirigan. The turnaround, smash attack does not connect. The paintbrush comes back out. No paint left in the system, though. Great grab there on the side of Doane University. They are going to be able to pick up that second stock. Doane University continuing to pick up this damage. They're going to bring this right back. I mean, there's a slight damage disparity for Doane University, but not too much that they can't bring it back. And right now, continuing to find that damage, 72% to 82%. Great job on the side of Doane University. But Shiri trying to look for that finish. Goes for that hard read, doesn't get it. Great patience there on the side of Doane University. Once again, we will step out of here. Right now, it's been okay. Once again, if there's an issue with the other team, we will go ahead and step out, and we will make sure that you know, this lag is not occurring. But it could be either player. But once again, the X factor is always going to be the streamer. But right now, 120% to 97%. Shiro on the verge. Oh, this throw might get it. It does not. Not yet. Great job being able to come back. Oh, the paintbrush. And that's going to be it. That paintbrush is going to catch, and that's going to be 2 times that that occurred. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now, Bellevue University, and I forgot to update the stocks, so we will update those stocks, but we will talk to the other team and see if we were going to have to do a match without the stream or not, but we're going to try to figure that out, but we will be right back.
tour of Bellevue University's main campus. We're happy to have you with us and excited to show you our beautiful 48-acre campus in Bellevue, Nebraska. Up first is the John B. Muller Administrative Services Building, or what most everyone calls the ASB. Right inside the front doors is the One Stop Welcome Center and Bruin Support Services. Like its name, One Stop serves as the one-stop shop for all types of inquiries, general information, payment and student accounts, financial aid, and technical assistance. The Dean of Students' Office and Accommodations Resource Center are other helpful resources located in the ASB. Adjoining the ASB is the Educational Services Building, known as the ESB. The ESB houses the Military Veterans Service Center. Bellevue University is a proud Purple Heart university and welcomes veterans and their families to the university through a variety of services and support. ESB is also home to the College of Science and Technology. Everyone's favorite thing about the building is the amazing indoor waterfall and the peaceful pond space outside. Welcome to the R. Joe Dennis Learning Center. This building has the most classrooms on campus and is home to the Test Center, state-of-the-art Science and Mathematics Lab, a computer lab, and various full-time faculty offices. Out back, 2 innovative greenhouses are an extension of the science department and support our biology and sustainability programs. The hub of campus life is the Marge H. Durham Student Center. Here you'll find Bruin Dining, which includes the Bruin Cafe, Bruin Market, and everyone's favorite coffee shop, Bruin Blend. The center has patio space for hanging out, recreation space for campus events, and a game room. On the south end of campus is Bruin Village Student Housing. We have 2 complexes, one on Betts Road and one on Lloyd Street. This fully furnished and modern apartment-style housing provides students with their own bedrooms, full-size kitchen appliances, and on-site laundry. On the south corner of campus is the Gilbert M. and Martha H. Hitchcock Humanities Center. When you enter through the front doors, you'll see a 280-seat auditorium often used for various university and community events. The lobby is also where you'll find the College of Business offices and the Joyce Wilson Art Gallery. Down the hallway are connected learning classrooms, traditional classrooms, and also the Courtnage Intelligence Systems Cybersecurity Lab, built for data sciences, systems network administration, and cybersecurity. Next to the Humanities Center is the Durham Administration Building with the iconic clock and bell tower. It is home to residence and student life and international student services. What would a college campus be without a library? The Freeman Logier Library has the largest library collection in Sarpy County. Beyond books, the library offers personalized assistance and hosts various educational and fun events. Located in the back hall of the library, you'll find the Learning Commons, which provides important student resources such as tutoring, writing, and career services. Next up is the Riley Technology Center, also known as RTC. This building hosts the Harper Family Foundation Integrated Technologies Lab and Classroom, the Immersive Learning Technology Lab, and the Teacher Education Center of Excellence. Students experience exciting new technologies in virtual reality, 3D printing, and high-tech teaching tools. The nationally ranked co-ed esports team calls RTC home and competes in League of Legends, Overwatch, Super Smash Bros., and more. Finally, the Athletics Fieldhouse, the new home of Bruin Athletics. This 72,000 square foot facility sits up on the hill and sports a beautiful competition arena, a full-size practice court, a supercharged weight room, and athletics training facilities, and a state-of-the-art golf room. Outside, there's a prairie overlook and walking trail, not to mention the biggest BU you've ever seen. The facility is home to the university's NAIA-sanctioned sports programs: baseball, softball, volleyball, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's soccer, and men's and women's cross country and track. Our athletics department continues to grow, and we are excited to be expanding our facilities with the development of the new sports complex. And don't forget, if you need to stock up on your Bruin gear before game day, you can stop at the Hollis Helen Barrett bookstore. Here you can find a variety of BU apparel, school supplies, and fun gifts. We hope you enjoyed this tour of Bellevue University's main campus. See you soon!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with match number 2. Did a little bit of lag test. It was looking good. Shockers able to get that stock and making it 9-9. I think that's it. We got to take another break. It won't be as long this time, but now it is 9 stocks to 9 stocks. Ladies and gentlemen, the set overall is still 0-0.
Wants to capitalize on the growth. Wants to capitalize on the growing interest into esports. Some players getting scholarships, some are even making careers out of it.
As KETV Newswatch 7's Eddie Messel reports, this is just the beginning for one of the biggest esports programs in Nebraska.
Inside the Bruin bunker is a gamer's paradise, where esports competitors train for the national stage.
So since the very beginning of its implementation, it's been nothing but support. And with that, we've been able to build a really successful program, ranked 8th in the nation, actually in Overwatch 2.
Overwatch is one of the many games the Bruins compete in as part of the 8-year-old program. Head coach David Castillo-Farron says esports presents several opportunities for players, from competitive gaming to marketing, commentating, producing, and streaming.
those skills will help them in the future in any career that they may want to do. So not only are we focusing on competitive play and being the best possible that we can be, but we're also looking at the other side of the esports and how we can go ahead and involve those individuals.
Just like any sports program, the opportunity to go pro is always a possibility. That's the case with former Bruin Mark Kvashin, known as Korova in the gaming community.
I definitely got the opportunity through the scholarship that was provided to me from Bellevue University. So that really funded the opportunity that I had through here.
Kvashin signed a professional contract with Sentinels, one of the premier professional esports organizations. He's also secured partnerships with brands like Red Bull.
I mean, I still feel like the whole experience behind that is still pretty surreal.
As Kvashin spends his time competing in professional tournaments, playing Marvel Rivals, he says his education was his main priority while in school.
All right, yes, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is match number 3. Set is still 0-0. Doane University versus Bellevue University. It is 9-9 stock, so this is a clean 1v1. Let's go ahead and see how it's going to turn out. Shocker's doing it right now, but both players going toe-to-toe. Shockers right now being able to get that nice back air, 95% right now, potentially looking for a finish. A down air goes for the hard side beat, does not get it. 64% on the side of Shockers. Doane University try to look a cheeky little finish there that could have potentially done quite a bit, but let's see how they turn out. Yo, Shockers, great little two-piece there into that up smash. Will connect and will kill. Looks for those back airs. Does not get him. Shockers right now, all extra credit on this second stock. 85% to 0 so far. Shockers, great nair. The dare into nair. The continuation gets the up air. Shockers finding some great damage, but now in a little bit of a danger zone here. Goes down deep. Great recovery. Doane University looking for a finish here, potentially a smash attack, maybe an aerial. Get down. Oh, okay. Throws the wheel out. Does connect. Can't find a finish. Looking for the dares. Looking for the up airs. Can't connect. Shockers playing this patient. Another back air is going to connect there. Looking for another one. Both players just playing this neutral game. Doane University knows they can't give up any more, but Shockers knows that Doane University has to come after them. Okay. Shockers continue to get those up airs, man. Being able to connect, playing this very patiently right now. Oh, what? Okay, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. I mean, great knowledge there by the player and knowing they were going to be able to get over that edge of the map. 101% right now, 33% on the side of Shockers. Great turnaround there by Doane University. Doane University doing a really good job trying to edge guard right here. Shockers finally being able to connect that side B, but it will not kill. The pivot grab, looks for the Sair, and that will not be enough. Looking for back air here, but that fair will connect. Great job on the side of Shockers right now. 58% to their name, but they are up in stocks. But once again, the name of Fruit Battles is extra credit. This is a collegiate event, but you want to get as much extra credit as possible. That means that you want to finish your opponent, and then what you want to do is you want to continue to get more stocks to make it easier for your teammates later on to be able to secure the win. Right now, 88%, 98% on the side of the Shockers, potentially going to be giving up this second stock. Doane University doing a wonderful job continuing to put up that pressure, especially with those down airs. The wheel will come out. It will not do much but send Shockers flying. Shockers being able to connect the double up airs, looking for more here. Tries to go for the back air, but instead does not get it. Doane University continue to look for those down airs, but not being able to find them. Great patience there on the side of Shockers. Goes for the down air, and it will connect, and it will kill, keeping 2 stocks. Shockers right now keeping the Bellevue ahead in this first game. 8 stocks to 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with some more Smash Bros action.
And that is still pretty surreal.
As Kavashin spends his time competing in professional tournaments, playing Marvel Rivals, he says his education was his main priority while in school.
The side was gaming, right? But then when I realized that I had to put in more time into gaming and that the opportunity was too high and I had to take full advantage of it, then I went full for it. But like until then, I still had my main goal as through education.
Absolute domination from Bellevue here.
Only the 1% will make it to the pros. I'm beyond happy that Mark was able to really hit that milestone. But what about everyone else? What kind of skills and opportunities can we give them to be successful after university?
The current program has 25 participants. Castillo Farron says they want to increase that number to 100 with multiple scholarship opportunities.
When looking at esports and the just amazing positives that it has, I think parents need to really look at it as a real pathway to going to college, to really going professional, or really allowing those students to really do what they love.
Reporting in Bellevue, Eddie Messel, KTV, Newswatch 7.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more Smash Bros action. 8 stocks to 6 stocks right now. Shockers keeping the Bruins in the fight. Once again, this set has just begun. We are not done with the first match, so it is still 0-0. But right now, Bruins are ahead in the first match. But Shockers, 2 stocks to their name. They definitely have the opportunity to continue to get extra credit, continue to put Bellevue University ahead, but that is only if they are going to be able to keep this tempo. I think they're doing a phenomenal job just being patient, looking for those openings, getting those back airs, and just being able to secure those kills. Last match, I felt like... no, I didn't feel like... well, if I was in that situation, I felt like I would have gotten over aggressive. My patience wouldn't have been there like Shockers, so it was just awesome to see that patience. Goes for that side B, doesn't even come out. 115% on the side of Wario. Ooh, the pivot there will connect and it will kill. That's actually kind of dirty there. Wario starting to find some openings. The side B will connect and it will kill. Shockers right now going to try to find some more extra credit. If they're able to get at least one more stock, that's going to put the Bruins in a very good position as the final, not the final player, but the next player will only have 1 stock to deal with. But it's going to be tough, as we saw Shockers being able to secure quite a bit of damage on Wario's first stock, but then kind of struggled towards the end to secure it. And right now, Wario continuing to look for an opening. That walk is starting to build, as you see that Wario starting to kind of glow. The falling fair will connect the tilt into the nair. Great job on the side of Shockers. A down air. Oh, no. Great job. That's the best that Shockers could do. I mean, in that situation, I think they weren't well, looking back at it in hindsight, the recovery wouldn't have touched. It wouldn't have helped him. Shockers just went too low. But we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with some more Smash Bros. All right, we are back with some more phenomenal gameplay, aka some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So up next, we do have a Monster the Bro going in as Steve, going up against Doane University's Wario. This Wario has 1 stock left. Right now, it is 6 stocks to 4 stocks. Bellevue University is still up. Bellevue University will be in an even better position if Monster the Bro is able to secure this stock right here, right now, as they will go up against the final player of Doane University. Oh, great up smash there, being able to hold it just long enough to get enough damage. Ooh, great. That recovery is going to be able to make it through. That's kind of a little crazy, but it's Wario. It's Wario. Great turnaround smash attack, and Monster the Bro is going to be able to secure that final stock of Wario without losing anything, putting the Bruins up 6 stocks to 3 stocks. Going into that final player, Bellevue University is going to be in a very good position, but what does Doane University still have left in the tank? We never know. We're going to find out here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with some wonderful Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I'm very fortunate that I ended up at Bellevue University, where they are one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a clean 1v1, but Bellevue University still has a player left. Right now, it's 94% to 15%. Any stocks that Monster gets will help the Bruins a lot in their journey, in their quest of winning this game, or excuse me, this set against Doane University. 120%. Monster the Bros looking pretty good there, being able to string a lot of things together. But now Incineroar looking for a finish. Great up smash there, great shield, but Monster the Bro has to be very careful. Great throw, goes for the anvil, doesn't get it. Goes for the hard read, does not read it correctly. That grab will, it will catch and it will kill. Oh, Monster the Bro, though, bringing it right back, utilizing that cart and then going in with the attack, sending Incineroar straight down. Great patience there on the side of Monster the Bro. Comes down with the anvil. Monster the Bro looking for a lot of strings here and being able to connect a lot of things together. Goes for the hard smash attack once again, does not get it. I think just being a little bit more patient, playing their game is going to go far. A little Vincent there is going to help, and there's going to come in with the up smash. It will connect. Nothing will happen. 95%. Monster the Bro looking pretty good, but once again, these crazy attacks coming out. Got to be thought out just a little bit more. Okay. Roll into the down smash, tries to set up some boxes, doesn't work, goes for the turnaround, smash attack doesn't connect. Incineroar just going the other way. Both of these players, I think right now, evenly matched. doing a really good job against each other. The anvil will connect and it will kill Monster the Bro up by a stock right now, but 101% against Incineroar is going to be very dangerous, exactly like that. Monster the Bro trying to start some strings there, unfortunately not being able to get it, but right now putting Bellevue University in a wonderful position as they have sent Doane University down to that final stock. So even if that final player from Bellevue comes in, they will have an easier time at potentially winning this game. No way. That connects, but it won't kill. Monster the Bro still in this. Still in this. We got to turn off the sleep mode on the switch. That's going to be it. There's no way. No, they're still alive. 120%. Monster the Bro, some way, somehow, is going to look for the finish here. Goes for the hard read. Doesn't get it. Goes for the recovery. He's able to make it back. Both players looking for something here. Monster the Bro has his player in trouble. Incineroar is going to be able to make it back. But no, the recovery will come out. He gets punished, but it won't be a finish. The turnaround smash attack will finally connect, but it will not kill. Okay, goes for the cart right now. Monster the Bro has brought it all the way back. Goes for the turnaround aerial. Connects. It will kill. Monster the Bro securing the win for the Bruins. What? Monster the Bro in a clean 1v1 being able to secure it, sending the Bruins up 1-0 in the set, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Let me catch my breath.
Wired access.
We'll do it live. Do it live.
Wired access.
We'll do it live.
Wired access.
Welcome to Wired Access Podcast, where I'm your host, DJ K-Dub Omaha. We are a part of the Hurrdat Sports production team. We greatly appreciate you tuning in for this episode. Remember, Omaha Supernovas play this Saturday, 420 at home at the CHI Center. They still have individual tickets, so you could go catch the excitement of pro volleyball before they get to the championship and the semis that are going to be hosted here in Omaha, Nebraska. Why? Because Nebraska is a volleyball state, and you can be a part of it. OmahaSupernovas.com. Check them out. Fellas, to my left, esports coach for Bellevue University, and to his left, I am welcoming back for his third time on this show, esports coach Kilk for the Iowa Western Community College, the Reavers. Fellas, you guys got playoffs. You got a lot going on. But for me, what I really love about this is I've shared from Kilk's point of view, the experience of availability. College, education, esports at another level. I see high schools locally really starting to turn it up. Omaha Central constantly is posting on those boards. How does this help your excitement for what you do at Bellevue University?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. Really appreciate the invite and having me here. But mostly excited to talk about esports. So thank you so much for the questions. But when it comes to the excitement surrounding esports, specifically here in Omaha, Nebraska, I feel like we have been a little bit slow to get that esports wheel kind of moving. But just like you said, I think right now we're in the perfect time where it's starting to kind of pick up that speed. Omaha Public Schools just picking up their programs, I believe, last January, and some of them are doing better than others. Like Omaha Central, just like you mentioned, I think they have a good grasp on it. So I'm very excited for that growth because that means there's a lot more recruitment potential and there's a lot more potential for partnerships. For instance, right now I am working with Omaha South High School and kind of helping their program out. So they'll be coming to visit our campus to see exactly what esports is about, but also continuing to assist them in, hey, what do you guys need in terms of coaching, or how does your equipment look like? Do you need any feedback in terms of how it's optimized? So once again, just continuing to help those programs around us will bring a lot of networking and a lot of recruitment opportunities.
Now, Kilk, you've obviously been around the game for a while, all the way up to the pro level. You see what Bellevue University has done. You've actually introduced me to David when we went to Mage, because you're like, if there's a guy you got to talk to, this is one of the guys. What was one of the things that you always like when it comes to David and what he's doing over at Bellevue University?
Well, Bellevue was one of the first major colleges, I would say, in the area that got on board. They had one of the best League of Legends teams in the country, I feel like. And then I ran into you randomly at my daughter's soccer game. And I saw the Bellevue Esports thing on there, and we just started talking, and I was like, oh wow, you're with Bellevue Esports. Oh, that's great. But it's really a passion thing, right? Out of when I look at the local areas, I basically know that if I hit him up for stuff for Bellevue or for esports, like, he's going to have all the answers that I need. And his understanding of where the kids are and what he's looking for in his things is really nice. And now that
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Smash Bros action. We got Doane University versus Bellevue University. Right now, Bellevue is up in the set 1-0, but we're going to see a repeat of set number 1. We will see Shuriken versus Inkling. I think we're seeing a lot more patience here on the side of Shuriken, but it could backfire if they're not careful. They're respecting that roller just a little bit too much, not wanting to come down. I think they're looking for a hit here potentially to try to get a string started. Tries to edge guard, doesn't get it. The roller will come out. Shuriken once again respecting and finally getting those aerials in. One thing about Shuriken, if they're able to start those aerials, most of the time they're able to continue it. Okay, both players will throw out those smash attacks. Only one of them will connect. Shuriken being able to get some good damage, but right now, 84% to 83%. Very close match right now. But Inkling getting that upper hand, goes for the hard read, doesn't get it. The down air, I believe there from Shuriken, will connect, but no follow-up. Now, once again, trying to respect that roller. We got to think about this, though. Doane University, they have their own Pyramithra. That means that this Inkling definitely has plenty of experience versus Pyramithra. Okay, that will catch and it will kill. Great job there on the side of Shuriken. Right now, up 1 stock, but we saw this game number 1. They were able to secure those stocks, actually being... Excuse me, as I'm watching this gameplay, but Shuriken actually was the one that was holding on to 2 stocks while Inkling was on that final stock, and they weren't able to secure the win. But right now we're kind of seeing a little bit different. I think Shuriken's playing very, very patient. Kind of like it, kind of don't. once they're able to get some of those aerials, they don't let them back down. That's exactly what I love about Sherigan. But are they going to continue to do this? We do see this sometimes from players, right? They're able to control this tempo. They're able to play very, very patiently. But what ends up happening, they start seeing the finish line. So then they start playing a lot more aggressively towards the end. Are we going to see that? Are we going to see Sherigan continue to keep that same tempo? And right now they're able to secure a second stock, 142% of damage to their name. But even if they're able to get some extra credit on this second stock on Doane University, they're going to be in a very good position going into that second stock. Okay, there goes the... What? It didn't finish. The smash attack doesn't come out there by Doane. I thought that they were going to be able to stick, and then the side smash was going to come out just like game number 1, but it did not. Once again, Doane looking for that finish. The roller comes in. It's going to be able to block a hit. Another shield there by the side of Sherigan. Once again, all of this damage that Shiro is getting is going to be very good extra credit for him. He's going to be able to make it back. I did not think they were going to be able to make it back. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, next, oh my God, a clean 3-stock Shiro being able to secure it. The patience, the tempo, the MACD gameplay. 12 stocks and 9 stocks, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Thing, right? Out of when I look at the local areas, I basically know that if I hit him up for stuff for Bellevue or for esports, like he's gonna have all the answers that I need. And his understanding of where the kids are and what he's looking for in his things is really nice. And now that pro orgs are starting to partner with colleges is huge, right? Maryville just signed, what was it, with LG for their Overwatch stuff? Yeah, like that was huge. Great for Maryville for sure.
Oh yeah,
like Maryville just got a huge injection.
And what did they sign with? Just real quick, just for the common folk here.
In essence, basically, LG's Overwatch team is now going to be Maryville. University.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's just like if I played sports connecting with Adidas, if I want Adidas shoes and I'm repping Adidas.
LG, we're talking about Luminosity Gaming.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Professional
See, I knew there was something more to it.
Luminosity is a esports organization that's worldwide.
Okay.
They have, if there's a esport, they probably have a team in it. And Alex, who runs Luminosity over there, generally does a fantastic job. He's very insightful on just everything that's going on. And the move that he made recently with Maryville, with Dan over at Maryville and stuff was wild. Like basically, and this is just my basic understanding because I haven't seen the deal or anything really about it, is Luminosity as a professional organization is now Maryville University's Overwatch team.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is strange to me, but Overwatch Champions League, that's open now.
Yep.
So it also makes more sense.
Yeah.
And what does that mean for obviously Bellevue University's growth and people? Because obviously the perception, gaming, my kids can't do nothing with it. There's no opportunity. But when these deals come through and people start gaining knowledge that it's available, it's got to make it easier for you to talk to parents, to kids, to high schools. Because I have kids that just graduated high school. So I'm one of those parents. How much longer are you going to play on the game? I was a kid. How much longer am I going to play on the game? Right. You know, so just all those together.
Yeah. So I think the Maryville thing is fantastic. And I can't wait to see how that really morphs the environment of esports. And, you know, I think that's a really perfect understanding of what's really going on. But I think right now we got to look at what's going on in the pro scene with those organizations. I think there's a lot of sponsors falling off. There's a lot of inflation hitting them. And because of that, there's even some pro organizations that are closing. So what they have done is let's go ahead and partner with the college. Why? The college is going to have the financial backing. They're going to be able to put those kids on campus, full scholarships. They're going to be able to put them on the equipment that they need, perfect internet, things like that. So as a pro organization, I'm going to go ahead and slap my branding on it. Hey guys, we'll go ahead and fund you guys a little bit more with travel, but you guys will be representing us in these tournaments. So you partnering with them, it's a fantastic financial decision involving a professional esports organization. But with that, the first time that ever happening, because I have not seen that ever happen, that opens a lot of different doors. Who can Bellevue University talk to out there that might be looking at that kind of strength of a university, right? That financial backing. It could be other esports organizations out there currently looking for that same deal. I think that was the most genius thing they could have done.
Well, and especially with the growth at your university. I mean, Bellevue University just built that new arena.
Oh, yeah.
For the players. Your housing. Oh, my gosh. I used to live seriously 2 blocks away, right there down the road. And how they have taken those apartments and made them something for people to cherish and want to live in for the students. Because before it was just open public, right? There was not housing there. You had to find your own housing. People were staying at apartments blocks and many blocks away. Now it's right there. How does that help you, just knowing that the university alone is already growing, which obviously could turn the key for something bigger if you wanted to reach out to some?
I think that's a phenomenal question. And I want to go back to just overall looking at the university and how they see esports. You go to some campuses and them looking at esports, to them, it's nothing but another club. So they may support it just slightly, but for them to be full sending onto esports, sometimes it doesn't happen. Now, I'm very fortunate that I ended up at Bellevue University where they are 100%, hey, let's do esports. The person that actually brought that idea was the president herself. Dr. Mary Hawkins actually came to the athletic director. Hey, let's go ahead and start up esports. We can see that around the country it's starting to become a thing. Let's get ahead of the curve. Let's go ahead and implement it. So just having that backing from the president from the very beginning, Bellevue University is 100% on board with esports. They're always asking about it. How do we go ahead and help you guys grow? And that's why, not saying too much, as soon as that athletic building is done, they're going to look at where esports is housed. What comes next with esports? And I'm very excited to see that, especially at Bellevue University. But just like you said, the growth, the backing, I think it's 100% there at Bellevue, and it's only going to help us in esports as well as all traditional sports.
And of course,
3, 2, 1, go!
We saw something big. Match 2, game number 1. Shiro was able to take that quite convincingly. They were able to 3-stock. Now going into match number 2, Shiro holding on to 3 stocks and doing a phenomenal job, being able to rack up that damage on that Wario. Goes for that hard recovery, does not get it, but right now looking really good at the possibility of potentially getting this stock. 93%, throws the fire wheel out, is able to connect, looking for a finish, goes for the recovery, he's going to be able to read it quite nicely. Only 30% on Shirogan. Shirogan looking phenomenal in match number 2. Starting off strong. Now, the aerials are insane on the side of Shirogan. Already lapped in damage. Okay, goes for the up smash, doesn't connect, doesn't break the bite. Wario already dead! Shiro! 49% right now. Shiro has collected 5 stocks. 40% on the side of Doane University on that final stock. Shiro potentially going to be able to put Bellevue University in a really good position. They're able to recover right now, looking for their second 3-stock. There is no way they do this, right? There's just no way. Okay, 62%, but 97% on the side of Shirigan. Shiro gonna look for the edge guard here. Goes for the hard low read, does not get it. Great little poke there on the side of Doane University, looking for the finish, but Shirogan's gonna make it right back. Another hit on the side of Doane. They're gonna go deep. Oh my gosh, Shiro is gonna be able to take off that stage. Now they're looking for the finish. Throws the fire wheel, barely being able to connect. This is not even their final stock, but Shiro's playing like it is. Both players looking for that finish, but Shiro is looking for another 3 stock, not to survive. Okay. Oh man, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen here. This is just insane gameplay right now. Wario looking for anything right now to secure at least 1 stock, but Shiro looking for their second 3 stock. Gonna throw Wario off. Goes for the hard read. The second tech won't come out, but that will do it. Shiro does not get the 2 3 stocks, but they will take out 2 opponents right now. Bellevue University up 11-6. Wow. Wow. Phenomenal gameplay on the side of Shiro, and they will live to face off against the 3rd player from Doane University. Bellevue University will be right back with those games. Asking about it, how do we go ahead and help you guys grow? And that's why, not saying too much, as soon as that athletic building is done, they're going to look at where esports is housed, what comes next with esports. And I'm very excited to see that, especially at Bellevue University. But just like you said, the growth, the backing, I think it's 100% there at Bellevue, and it's only going to help us in esports as well as all traditional sports.
And of course, Chase or Kilk, sorry, you're part of the Reavers, who also has that backing. It helps when schools are this close and can have the backing, because you can feed off the energy. You can use examples. How important is that to your guys' organization to be able to see a Bellevue University that's just like a small town, just like Iowa Western is?
It was really cool for me. Years ago, I was looking if there was any esports around the area, and I didn't really find anything. But I knew Bellevue was doing League of Legends at the time, but that was like the only thing that they were doing.
Yep.
And then I got sidetracked with my Crimson Wing stuff, and I created the Rocket League. So like my focus ended up over there. And then I found myself afterwards, when I was no longer involved in those projects, I was like, hey, I've got some extra time. I'd love to get once again involved. And I even at that point back then, I tried to help out UNO.
Oh yeah,
because they just had a club.
Yep.
And so I tried to go to the club, and I
Yep.
was like, hey, I'd be happy to go talk to your management, stuff like that. But Iowa Western is full in too, which is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And before we went live,
yeah.
we talked about how Dr. Kenny is on the board of the Esports League in the NJC. It's very important for him that it works out, and which is really nice, right? Because not every college has that.
True.
And I know we touched briefly on the Maryville and LG thing, but most of the Overwatch players are in college.
Yep.
Like it's
Yep.
monstrous. I had no idea. Even being in professional East, I knew what Overwatch was. Like I watched the Overwatch League. Like it was all awesome.
Yep.
I had no idea. In college, it's massive. We have 2 teams at Iowa Western by ourselves, and I'm the 4-year colleges. You guys are recruiting top 500 dudes from all over the country, sometimes all over the world. I have to imagine.
Yeah.
So like it's wild to me to see where it's grown. And I'm glad I'm able to be a part of it at the college level, because this was a new experience for me in esports. I'd never been working with college kids and trying to make them better. I've worked with professional players. I've worked with guys who were just like,
well,
buddies hanging out.
professional players' connection is different, right?
Yep.
They're not money invested on the backside where they're paying or part of their tuition.
Well, that's
or
all they are is money invested.
Exactly, right?
Professional players.
Exactly. But and that's where like your word doesn't always have to matter, right?
It's very difficult. I would say working at one point in League of Legends, I was helping out some of they now feed into like the scouting grounds. If they still do that, I can't remember off, but it was like Big League and stuff like that, and Upsurge. And I had a full challenger level roster.
Wow.
And I will tell you, it was one of the worst experiences managing I've ever had. At one point we were in 3 different leagues.
That's the highest level. That's the highest level.
They're basically the top 500 players in your region. And we had a roster that basically went like 14-0 throughout 3 leagues over the course of like a month and a half. And every day I was getting a message from somebody to kick somebody because they were garbage. And I'm like, y'all are undefeated in 3 leagues.
You know what I like though? You brought up a great talking point. Obviously, I do want to get with you guys about opportunities so we could pass it on to parents and kids. Dynamics. how do you control your team dynamics with stuff like this? Feelings.
Yep.
Because it's just like a regular sport. You're competing. You
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we are back. Now we have Shuriken once again up right now in match number 3. They have taken out 2 players from the side of Doane University, now going with the Ditto, Pyramithra versus Pyramithra. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to end up. Shiro has been on fire, though. Both players looking for that damage, and right now Shiro having trouble off stage, but they're going to be able to come back with a down air. Goes for another one. Great grab there. Toss off the map. They're going to look for an edge guard. Goes for the pivot smash attack. Does not connect anything. Shiro going deep, being able to recover, comes up with the down air, great connection there, no follow-up, throws a fire wheel out, still being able to get that sword back, but once again, Shiro again on 2 stocks, Doane University on 3, but Shiro will draw first blood in this match. They're going to be able to secure a stock. Doane University going for that strong smash attack, does not connect it. Shiro once again going deep, recovery on the side of Doane. They're going to be able to connect, doesn't kill, 122%. Right now, all Shirogen is doing is trying to get some more extra credit, even though they've already gotten plenty of extra credit. Doane University going for that hard up smash, does not connect it. Shirogen once again still being able to make it back. Goes both players throwing up that flame wheel. Nothing and no, just some damage off of it. 167% damage on the side of Shuriken, 33 on the side of Doane University. The big difference here is that once again, Shuriken started at 2 stocks, so they are on the verge of being on that final stock. And just as I say that, they have ended up on that final stock. The best thing they can do right now, obviously win this, but if they're not able to, at least getting another stock off of Doane University will put the rest of the team in a very good position. Let's see if they're going to be able to do that. Shuriken not finding an opening, 65% on the side of Doane University. They're able to recover. Shuriken once again going for the hard read on that smash attack, not being able to get it. Doane University figuring something out as they are the ones that are continuing to get in. Okay, Shuriken goes for the up smash, doesn't connect it. Doane University, bottom of the stage, throws the sword out, doesn't get anything. Shuriken has to play a little bit more patient here. They're at 100%. The big difference, they are on that final stock. Okay, they have the potential here. Doane University being able to get back. Okay, great down tilt into the up air, does not kill. Grab there on the side of Shuriken. Bellevue University once again holding on to that lead. Even if Shuriken goes down, once again, this is the first player for Bellevue University right now. Bellevue University is up 1-0 in the set. Shuriken throws a flame wheeled out. The turn around attack, doesn't get it. Great grab there on the side of Shuriken. Doesn't throw back, obstacle forward, but does not get anything else. Both players looking for a finish here. It's going to be very good for Doane University if they end with 2 stocks here. Another grab by Shuriken, throws off the stage. And the Doane University is not going to be able to make it back. This is a really good position right now. Bellevue University, and that's going to be it. Shuriken finally goes down. Bellevue University, 9 stocks. Doane University, they are at 4. Still 3 players for Bellevue University, 2 players left on the side of Doane University. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Control it as a coach?
Yeah, I think really my background in education is very important in this. I actually came from working at Omaha Public Schools, and coaching had always gone hand in hand. And I obviously the love for esports has been there from the very beginning. And I think a lot of us in esports will say that, the very first time I took a controller was with my brother. I was playing a PS1, whatever you want to call it, the original systems, right? But just looking at the things that are going on in traditional sports, which that's where I started coaching soccer, wrestling, basketball. I learned a lot of my different techniques that I utilize not only in teaching but also coaching those traditional sports. A lot of people will compare traditional sports to esports and kind of the similarities and differences. Well, in terms of the team aspect, I think there's a lot of similarities, right? In terms of, hey, if there's a disagreement, let's go ahead and sit down, all 3 of us. Let's go ahead and talk about that what's going on, how do we get through it, or communication. I think that is the biggest issue that I see in esports, just because that is a big thing. You have your headset on, you're communicating what's going on in the game, you're communicating what you want to happen next, and sometimes you may listen or hear those comms, sometimes you don't. And it's talking about those things outside of the game. Hey, when it comes to communication, I feel like you're a little bit too aggressive. Can we please go ahead and say that a little bit more respectful? Or understanding how someone communicates versus how someone listens, right? So I think that is the biggest challenge that I see in esports, the communication aspect. But it's very easily fixed. As soon as we sit down, we realize, hey, that person is just a loud person. And I'm one of those individuals. So I can really say that or see when an individual is kind of like me. Hey, that person is a loud person when they're calming in game. They get a little bit excited. Please don't take it to heart. And as soon as we talk about that outside of the game, oh, I totally understand. I don't need to take that personally. And I have players like that. They're a little bit louder or their communication seems to be a little bit more aggressive in game, but they're really not trying to be aggressive. And I have others that are very timid. You can barely hear them. So once again, just talking through those things and utilizing those interpersonal skills of, hey, we can fix this. We're a team, but also incorporating those outside of game bonding experiences, right? That's one thing that I always do with my team. Hey, let's go ahead and go out to eat together. Hey,
think you can take me?
all right, so we are going to see Doane University at 4 stocks. VC will go in. We have not seen the captain for Bellevue University go in this entire set, but they will go in. We will see the tried and true Lucario right now, 52% on the side of Doane University, 51% on the side of the VC. But you already know Lucario, the more damage they have, the better it is for them. They're going to be able to increase that damage, potentially have some more powerful attacks, but Doane University is going to try to get them right past that high damage and into death as quickly as possible. Right now, 101% on the side of VC, 84% on the side of Doane University. But once again, all VC has to do is get 1 stock, and they're going to be able to send Doane University into that final player and into their stock player, set player. Meaning that's going to be their last player of the set if they're not able to bring it back. But Doane University is going to be able to secure a stock. Great job on the side of Doane University. That's going to be able to help them in the future. Right now, it is going to be 8 stocks to 4 stocks. Bellevue University is still up. %, on the side of Doane. VC just looking for a finish here. Goes for the hard read on the smash attack, but Doane University being very patient here, looking at the movement on the side of VC, trying to read exactly when VC is going to do something and then trying to react. 89% on the side of VC. The recovery all the way down will connect, but it won't kill. VC looking for the back air, doesn't get it. The turnaround attack will connect, goes for the down air. Great job on the side of VC. That will be enough. There will be no tech for Doane University and no continued survival. Right now, it is going to be 3 stocks to 8 stocks. VC going up next against the final player for Doane University. Let's see if Bellevue University will be able to lock in the win, or if Doane University will be able to make it back and force a match, or excuse me, a game 3. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Players, because they've been playing this game usually 10,000 hours plus.
Easy.
Their stuff that they think about and the movements that they do are already ingrained into there. So it's very hard to break pro players from bad tendencies. But college kids, they just want to soak up information, man. Like, it just seems like they're just willing to get better. They want to get better. They're ready to go. I will tell you, my League of Legends team, I think we lost every game. But we're, highest levels are like gold and stuff like that. But we went and played in tier 1 against all the emeralds and diamonds and stuff like that because we wanted that experience. They were not negative one time.
They
went through, and I've never met 5 League of Legends players that were not upset at some point during their game.
That's true. That's true.
But it's been fantastic. My goal, my program's a little different than yours because you're out there recruiting. You're trying to win national championships. Like, winning is a lot more important. For Iowa Western right now, since we are, I think, in our 2nd year total, we're more focused on this is an opportunity for students who come to our college. So, like, our recruitment's a little bit smaller, it's more localized. But at the same time, I have to imagine you're probably one of the biggest programs at the school, right? We're only 2nd player-wise to football at Iowa Western.
And when you think of, obviously, all the opportunities dealing with high school students, how is your connection? How do you connect with these kids? Because so far, everything that you guys have talked about is relatable to sports. You played sports. How do you relate that back to these families that go, well, my kid could play soccer even though he really wants to play a game? How do you relate it back to your own experience of going, I've been there, I've done that. I was a coach for even a real sport. We do the same things. We teach the same.
All right, we are back with what could potentially be the final match. If VC is able to secure all 3 stocks here, they are going to send Bellevue University into a 2-0 set victory. But if Incineroar is able to clutch this out, they will send Bellevue University down to 6 stocks and still have 2 players left to face. We have been watching some very good Smash Bros. Action tonight. A lot closer match number 1, but match number 2 has been very Bellevue University one-sided. Let's see if it'll continue to happen. VC, great job throwing out that smash attack, and it is basically a clean 1v1 because VC having 28% on their end is not enough for us to say that there's really an advantage, especially now that they have tied it up in percentage. So this is definitely a clean 1v1, 2 stocks on each side. Great job there on VC being able to utilize that stage to kind of bounce back, changing the tempo of the recovery. 97% to 79, but once again, we do have VC on Lucario having the ability to scale in damage. The more damage they have on them, goes for the hard read, does not get it. Incineroar sending them into the ring. Bars will not kill, but VC at 124% picks him up. That'll do it, VC, picking up that stock, 124%. Oh, that's going to be enough. No! VC with the DI, being able to make it back! And right now at 150%, that's going to put Lucario in a very good position. They're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, but now Incineroar looking for that kill. And there it is. No! Another good DI on the side of VC! What? Fake news, bro. King of Cap. Call him VC. 67% here. 178 on the side of VC. That has to be it. There's no way they're going to be able to survive that. But 68% on the side of Incineroar. VC going down to that final stock. Fresh stock, but already at 30%. Both players looking for this final kill. 68% on the side of VC and Doane. But just as I say that, though, Doane finding openings. They're starting to rack up some good damage here, but the more damage they do on VC, the better it is for that damage boost. Goes for that recovery, doesn't get anything. 91% on both sides. Doane being able to recover. VC with the tried and true orb pick up into the back air. That'll be it. That's all she wrote. GG's. Bellevue University taking it tonight 2-0. GG's to Doane University. We saw some phenomenal gameplay tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next time here on Bellevue University Esports.